What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got to counterpunch something today. I did a video of Canelo Alvarez, I believe it was yesterday, and I got a lot of comments, and I got a lot of negative comments concerning Canelo and the things that I said about Canelo. A lot of people think I'm a Canelo basher. I hate Canelo and I hate Wilder and all that. I don't. But I have to counterpunch the bullshit. Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter, okay? And I listen to things Canelo says at times. He comes off humble at times, but then the humbleness sometimes can be low-key arrogant. You gotta pay attention to things that he says, or Oscar says, like concerning Triple G. People know how close that last fight was. You know what I'm saying? The first fight was a draw, officially. But unofficially, a lot of people thought Golovkin won. A lot of people thought Golovkin won twice. So for Canelo to say things like, well, that chapter is closed, I can turn that page. Well, yeah, you can turn that page, but you can't finish that book. You know what I mean? Because you fought another fight that both of you guys drew blood. Both of you guys hit each other immensely. Canelo shouldn't be comfortable with an official win. It's like all he needed it was an official win. Like, well, the judges said I won, so I won. And he's comfortable with that. I wouldn't be comfortable with that at all. I wouldn't be comfortable with the idea of people, and a lot of people, thinking I lost. You know what I mean? Just like I couldn't be comfortable being a champion. I couldn't be comfortable with people saying Laura beat you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to run that back, like Deontay Wilder says. Run that shit back. Because unless you beat someone convincingly, knock them out, that's the only way that people are going to know, hey, you really beat this guy. Any split decisions or draws have to be ran back. Okay? So that's the gist of it. So when Canelo says that, it just makes me scratch my head. So I think that he's a good fighter. I don't hate Canelo. You know what I mean? I really like watching Canelo fights. He has beautiful technique, awesome combinations, but I don't hate on him. I just hate his protection. I hate his protection because he doesn't need it. And if you don't need it, the type of fighter and the caliber of fighter like Canelo Alvarez, why the hell would he ever even want that type of protection? That's all I'm saying, guys. A lot of people think, oh, you just hate Canelo, he's the A side. Yeah, he's the A side. And even when he wasn't the A side, he still had shitty scorecards. So that should tell you something. You know what I mean? It's the protection I hate. You know what I mean? The protection of the power of Golden Boy. That's what's protecting Canelo. It's not his skill. And if you let your protection outshine your skill, something's wrong. Let me say that again. But if you didn't hear that, if you let your protection or the power of your promotional company outshine your skill, if people talk more about, oh man, your scorecards are shady, or man, you can't win a decision against Canelo, that would bother me. Instead of saying, man, you better watch out or Canelo will knock you out, counterpunch the hell out of you all night. That's what they should what they should be saying, but they're not. They're morally more focused on his ability to win decisions, and that's bad. That's not cool. And that's the truth about Canelo Alvarez. And yeah, the drug thing, I don't really weigh on that a lot because that's over. And I really don't think drugs, for me personally, I don't think drugs is that big of an advantage. It's an edge. Sure, you might jack up on testosterone or whatever, but at the end of the day, you still got to train. You still got to work out. You still got to have that dedication to be at yourself. You don't take the drug and automatically you're just super strong for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You still have to work at that. You know what I mean? If you jack testosterone all the time and you don't go to the gym, you're more likely going to get fat. You have to put in effort. So you have to get into the ring and still perform at the end of the day. So it ain't It ain't the whole thing. It ain't just automatic because you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? That it doesn't work that way. So I really don't look at, oh, drug cheats. And I don't really do that. That's not that big of a factor when it comes to that. You know, so I don't even bring that up. I'm just worried about his protection as a fighter. You know what I mean? Because he's a grown ass man. He doesn't need that type of protection. Not saying that he asked for it. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's not like I'm just pointing my finger at Canelo, but I am addressing and counterpunching this shit because it has to be counterpunched. It has to be spoken about, So, and that's what I noticed, that the protection of Golden Boy has overshining his ability to actually fight. And that's bad because Canelo is one hell of a fighter. That's where I'm going with that. Make that what you will. Somebody will see this and still try to, hit the down button, dislike, whatever, but that's the truth. And that's me. So, I had to counterpunch that. You guys tell me what you think about Canelo Alvarez, the truth about Canelo Alvarez. Is he overprotected? Is he a great fighter? Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.